Welcome back to Creasonomics with your host, me, Mr. Gray. Thank you for tuning in. Today's show is going to be called Sneakers and Chill. One, we're all chilling in the house. You know why we're in the house.
Coronavirus!
This is real. I'm going to try not to mention that anymore. But I'm bored. I've been bored. I'm tired of not being able to go somewhere and wear all my sneakers where people could see them. The most I've been doing is going to Walmart. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have some sneaker talk. We're going to have some sneaker talk. So I guess if it was live chat, this would be better. But it's not. So this is the best I can do. So first, let's go on the first topic here. Do you think Nike is targeting resellers? I know it's like I'm asking myself, but I guess I just want you to know the question I'm posing myself. I'm going to say in a way, I don't, even though what my answer is going to kind of go hand in hand, they're targeting, I guess, more so this resale market, which, you know, makes their brand actually more worth, gives their brand more worth. So, and the reason I say that I feel like they're targeting the market per se, so they can own it, is, I'll put it like this. Last year, between all the blogs and all the Instagram pages I follow that actually give information on sneakers, a lot of times early, it'd be weeks early, sometimes a month early, they'll be like stock numbers 50,000, stock numbers 30,000, stock numbers 100,000, stock numbers 200,000. This year, nobody's really giving stock numbers unless the numbers being printed on the shoe. People don't know stock numbers anymore, which also lets me know Nike allows some things to slip when they want to. That's something they do. I think people feel like it's like it's an insider thing, and I think it is partially. I think it's partially insider, but I think they want you to have that information, so they let it quote unquote slip. So one way I feel like they can manipulate the market is by just saying now, or own the market, is just say, you know what, we're no longer releasing numbers. So you don't know how much of something you should, like if you're a reseller, you're like, oh, should I go hard on this shoe? Because I get a lot of people saying, is this a good resale? Is it not? You know, a lot of times it's hard to tell because people are, if they're not sharing the numbers, you don't know if it's limited or not. So it's a hard question to ask. And at that point, all you can do is use your desire of the shoe. Which is smart on their part. They're either trying to own the market, or they're saying, hey, you know what? How about just decide if you like the shoe or not, whether you know how many there are, and buy it. It can go either way. But here's one more thing, though, to me, I think, which would say I feel like they're trying to target the market versus the reseller. I think they both go hand in hand, whether you're targeting the market of reselling or the reseller. With the no international shipping that was done this year, that to me makes the value of certain sneakers go higher, because if you're dropping something that's truly desirable in another country that one person lives in another country can't get, because none of them can ship to your country, all of a sudden you've just made that shoe more valuable in different geographical locations. So it would have probably been valuable already, but the fact that it's more unattainable to people in a different continent makes it even more valuable. So once again, that's their way of kind of owning the market. I'm not gonna say necessarily they're targeting the reseller, but I would say it kind of feels like it. Anyway, let me see. I think that's about the most I have to say on that topic. What I say is, if you have an opinion on that, drop something in the comments. Just let me know. Do you think Nike's targeting the resellers, or trying to gain control of the resale market, or just trying to get people to say, hey, we don't really want our stuff really resold like that. We just want you to just buy the shoe, whether you know a lot of behind the scenes information on it or not. Not sure if all that made sense, but if it did, feel free to put something in my comments. Give me your opinion on that. Next, this is more going to go into what I like, what I want, what I can get in the future, and what I can't. So I'm going to tell you my top, and this was hard for me, it still is, because it's hard to do a top 3. So these are going to be the top 3 shoes I own. My first one was going to be the Jordan 1 Shatter Backboard. So of course you all know by now there's a Jordan 1 Shatter Backboard, which was the first, and there was the Reverse Shatter Backboard, which there was the Reverse Shatter Backboard. Then I believe it was the Jordan 1 shattered backboard satin. And then last but not least, last year was the Jordan 1, what we called the shattered backboard, but Nike did not, is the Jordan 1 shattered backboard. I don't even know what to call it. I'm gonna call it the glossy. A lot of people will call it the hefty bag and the Vaseline, but you know what I'm talking about if you've been buying sneakers for a few years. My second favorite one in my collection is the trophy rooms. Now, the trophy rooms are so unique, I think, because of the attention to the deep. Well, what I'm gonna say is, it's the small things about it. I like. I'm not a big gum sole lover, but I like how they put, you know, that wood grain from a basketball court in. They actually kind of lined it inside the gum sole, and then you can see the trophy, the trophy room symbol in the bottom. I love that. But then I also like how they made use of, and it's gonna be hard to see, made use of that cork. There you go, that cork on the insole. I think that's a really unique touch. It's just a nice, really clean shoe. Now, I would have loved to have that red one, but it was too expensive from day one. So I knew it was one that I would never have. One thing I like about this, and this is just me being who I am, I also like the fact that it's numbered. I'm not gonna lie, I love a shoe that's just more limited. I just do, because then I just know not too many people are going to be walking around with that shoe. My third of my top 3 favorite, once again, I have so many favorites. After a while, it just gets ridiculous. So I'm going to say, and I'm cheating a little bit, but since they're kind of the same shoe, I'm going to say are my Ray-Guns, my tie-dye Ray-Guns. I know, they're both for number 3, guys. That's I can do that. I can do that because I'm Mr. Gray. I'm going to say this here is my top 3. One, I've always wanted the original Ray Guns, but I didn't want to pay the resale price for them. So I was glad that they brought them back, and even though they changed them up a bit, I actually like these better than the originals. So I no longer want the originals. It may sound bad, but I'm just happy to get a Ray Gun. So those are my top 3 that I own. Now, the top 3 that I do not own, that I truly, really want. One, the Nike SB Dunk Skunks. I'm just last year I really started, you know, I guess you know now, you know, on 420 Nike tends to or has been dropping a 420, if you partake, if you know what I mean, type of shoe on 420 of every year. And this, the Nike SB Dunk Skunks, I think they came out, what? I think it was 2010. They're simple, but they're beautiful. I mean, I love my Walk the Dogs, but those Skunks, it's something I'm gonna eventually buy. I just don't want to drop that money, y'all. So I think I'm gonna have to probably gather up some shoes, eventually sell, and use that money to get the Skunks. That's probably what I end up doing. The Jordan 1 Rust Pinks. Yes, they're pink. Don't judge me. I didn't ask for your judgment today. I asked for your viewership. But I don't know. I've been on a pink kick lately. I like some pink. I don't know why. I just do. It's just a nice colorway. I know when it released, it came out with the Jordan 1. I guess the other one was called Igloo, which that resells for really high also. But it's just not one I desire as much. I mean, of course, if the price was low, I would buy it. But that rust pink, that Jordan 1 high rust pink, it's nice, and I would really like to own it, and I'll probably purchase it one day. My third favorite that I do not own is the Nike Craft Mars Yard Shoe 2.0. So, I know this shoe isn't flashy at all, and I don't know if a lot of people want it just to sell it, but me personally, I just wanted to wear it. I really want it. And you know, last year they rumored that this year, in 2020, the Mars Yard, the Nike Craft Mars Yard 3.0, or I guess they said more so a 2, well no, they said a 3.0. There will be a third one. So, you know, there was a 1, of course, and then there was a 2, and then supposedly we should get a third rendition of it with small changes this year. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get that shoe. Whatever it takes. because I really, like I said, it's a very simple shoe. It's very basic. I love just the simple tones, the simple colors of Sale. I know I say that a lot. I like Sale and the browns, the subtle. You know, it's just a very, it's not flashy, and a lot of my shoes are flashy, but it's just a shoe I feel like I could wear anywhere, anytime, with anything except the basketball court, which I'm very rarely on. So that tops the shoes that I desire, do not own, but will one day probably reach out and buy. Now my top three shoes that I consider unattainable, ones that I will not spend the money on because it's just simply too high, and I doubt I can put together enough sneakers to trade for them because I probably have no collection. The SB Dunk Low, What the Dunk. It's a combination of every shoe I love. What's not to love? That alone is all I really need to say about that shoe. It's an awesome shoe. It can literally go with anything for the simple fact that it's a mesh of all the best dunks ever made, in my opinion. But anyway, that is just a beautiful shoe. The SB Dunk Low Freddy Krueger. That's just an awesome shoe. I hated Freddy Krueger as a kid. That dude messed up my whole life. I mean, I literally would not let my foot hang off the bed while I sleep. He scared me so bad. And now I want this shoe. I tell you, it's really weird how that turned around. But that shoe is awesome. The blood stains in it. It's an awesome shoe. You may see it, and if you can afford it, you may be buying it today. Who knows? But I consider it unattainable because I'm not going to pay the aftermarket price that it's going for. Just not. So, the last one on my list of ones I consider, and I would like, but I consider unattainable, would be the Jordan 4 Eminem Carhartt. It's clean. It's pretty much all black, which makes it just basic. But it's got that gum sole. But I just love it. I love the ski mask on the back. It's probably this is sad. I like Jordan 4s, right? I don't love them as much as I love Jordan 1s. Those are like gonna be my favorite. Jordan 4s are like, Jordan 1s are like, Well, for me, that ski mask, I hate to say it, but that ski mask alone probably, for me, set the shoe off. Eminem's cool, but that ski mask, and I guess a little mix of Eminem in there, really set that shoe off. I love a collab shoe. I mean, I'm a collab whore, I guess. Call it what you want. So, anyway, those are my 3 unattainable shoes that I will never be able to purchase because they just cost too much. I think that's going to be the end of Sneakers and Chill for today. Thanks for tuning in if you did. Hopefully I didn't bore you too bad. Hopefully you can find something to do while you are contained in your house, because I'm just sitting around here just swinging my feet. Nothing to do. I just want to leave. And the only place that's really open is Walmart. And ain't nobody in there looking at my sneakers. But I'm wearing nice sneakers at Walmart anyway. Either way, guys, wear your sneakers. Love your sneakers. Crease your sneakers. Or not. You don't have to. It's just my opinion. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Mr. Gray out.